Very well. I admit it. You have improved, Harriet Smith.
Hope you're not the only man to have noticed.
Oh, I'm not. I believe your friend will soon hear something very important. Something to her advantage.
Who makes you his confidant?
I have reason to believe that Harriet Smith will soon be receiving an offer of marriage from a man desperately in love with her. Robert Martin. He came over 2 days ago to consult about it. He's a tenant, you know, and a good friend. He wondered whether it would be imprudent of him to marry so soon, whether she was too young or whether he was beneath her.
Better question to Mr. Martin I couldn't have chosen myself.
Oh, I never hear better sense from anyone than from Robert Martin. He has proven that he can afford to marry, and I say he could do no better.
No, he could not, indeed. Come, I want to tell you something in return. He wrote to Harriet yesterday.
Oh, yes?
Yes, he was refused.
I'm not sure I quite understand.
He asked, and she refused.
Then she is a greater simpleton than I believed.
The most incomprehensible thing in the world to a man is a woman who rejects his offer of marriage.
I do not comprehend it because it is madness. I hope you're wrong.
I could not be. I saw her answer.
You saw her answer. Emma, you wrote her answer, didn't you?
If I did, then I would have done no wrong. He is not Harriet's equal.
Oh, I agree, he is not her equal.
Good.
He is her superior in sense and situation. What are Harriet Smith's claims of birth or education that make her the better of Robert Martin? She is the natural daughter of nobody knows who. The advantage was entirely on her side.
What? A farmer? Even with all his merit and match for my good friend, it would be a degradation for her to marry a person whom I couldn't even admit as my own acquaintance.
Oh, for degradation. For ignorance and illegitimacy to marry to a respectable, intelligent farmer.
She is a gentleman's daughter.
Whoever her parents, they made no plans to introduce her into good society. She was left with Mrs. Goddard's for an indifferent education. Apparently her friends thought this was good enough for her, and she did too, and it was, until you began to puff her up. Vanity working on a weak mind produces every kind of mischief.
You dismiss her good nature and her purity, yet I would be very much mistaken if your sex in general did not think these claims to be the highest a woman could possess.
Men of sense, whatever you may think, do not want silly wives. Mark my word, Emma, better to be entirely without sense than to misuse it as you do. Try not to kill my dogs.